Did you know that you can improve your photography skills by a lot from the comfort of your home? No fancy gear, no need to go out anywhere, because I'm sure you are not taking your camera enough because you are busy. It happens to everyone, it happens to me still, and this is totally normal. But you can practice from your home if you don't have time to go out there. And I actually became a full-time freelance photographer and creative director in London by doing some of the things I'm going to show you in today's video. Some of you, because you've been following me for a while, know about this, but we'll tell you later, because you're going to be able to improve your photography skills every single day if you do what I'm going to tell you today. So grab a coffee or whatever you want to grab and a notebook and take some notes to refer to it later, or just save the video and you can rewatch it as many times as you like. The first thing I want you to do is to use natural lighting in your house near your windows. Practice with whatever you have. I'm sure you have nice things around your house to shoot with. It can be another camera, it can be a watch, jewelry, I don't know, whatever you want. Product photography is such a great way to practice, because let me tell you, to master lighting, you don't need a photography studio to practice this in your house. But I do have a video about how to set up a home photography studio in the most affordable way, and you're going to be blown away about how easy it is and how cheap for you to have a nice setup in your place. So I'm gonna put the video here if you want to check it out, but you don't need it if you don't want it yet. You can practice near windows. Also, when you are practicing lighting in your place, don't shoot at the same time all the time, because I want you to understand lighting. Shoot during the sunrise, shoot during the middle of the day. Maybe the sun is hitting your windows and even inside your house, so you can put the product there and see how you manage to shoot with the sun. And same in the evening and even at night with lamps you have around the house. If you don't have gear yet, I love my RGB lights. I use them for everything. For my YouTube videos, you can see it here. When I'm playing music, because I don't like to play with normal lighting, I think it's very boring, I shoot creative portrait photography with RGB lights, product photography, and they are nowadays very inexpensive. I'm gonna put my gear below if you want to check it out. Again, you don't need to have them. Just practice with lamps if you don't have this yet, but you can get very creative in your house, just with objects. So this is what I want you to do first. Practice lighting. The second thing I want you to do when practicing photography at home is something I personally love, which is shooting flat lay photography. Flat lay photography are high angle shots, shooting from the top. And this is going to improve all aspects of photography for you. Lighting, composition. I love this because you can play with objects around your house and style the shot. And you're going to learn a lot about balance in your photos. You can practice, move things around, and actually it's quite fun. I love doing this. I think the photos can look very aesthetic and you don't need to invest on anything. You can invest on props, but you don't need it. You can grab an agenda, your business cards, a hard drive, I don't know, just be creative with this. That's another thing, it's going to make you more creative. Something that it helped me a lot is having a C stand. I don't have one here in Bali yet. I want to get one because you can get incredible shots with a C stand. Putting your camera on the top, it's way easier to shoot this way. But if you don't have a C stand, you can use certain tripods which allow you to shoot from the top, or otherwise just step on your bed or on a bench or on a chair. It's a bit trickier, but you can practice as well. And I love playing with backgrounds as well. Try a wooden table which has these orange tones. Try a white table. Textures like your blanket. I don't know, there are infinite possibilities. You are going to have so much fun shooting flat lays while learning almost every single aspect of photography. And the next thing I want you to do, and I don't want excuses, is self-portrait photography. So many of you tell me, Laura, I'm not photogenic. That's not the point. Nobody cares if you are not photogenic, because nobody's asking you to post the photos online. If you are new here, I've learned creative portrait photography with myself, doing self-portrait photography. This is an incredible practice because you can do all the lighting setups you want or you have in mind before you shoot with a client or just to learn to see if it works or not. Many times I was experimenting with myself when I had an idea before shooting with the music artist I was shooting with in London. I shoot a lot creative press shots for music artists, and every time I had a photo shoot, I was practicing with myself beforehand to see if the ideas I had worked. And many times they didn't, and many times did. And then I did the photo shoot way more confident because I knew it would work out, because I already did it before. Self-portrait photography is amazing. You're going to be able to learn about lighting, experiment with yourself. Nobody's watching, so you can mess up as many times as you like. If you have a client, a new collaboration, you can practice before what you want to shoot the day after. And the day after, you are going to be so confident during your photo shoot because you already know which lighting to use and camera settings. So this is gold, and I really want you to practice this. The next tip I'm going to give you is not about shooting, because it's not just all about shooting, it's about inspiration. Many times we are just blank and we need inspiration. And there is something I do constantly, too much, I dare to say, because instead of feeling unproductive, I love learning. I love learning from others because I take ideas, inspiration, and I get my creativity flowing way easier. There is a platform I always recommend on my channel for years already because I use it a lot, which is Skillshare. They're sponsoring today's video, and Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives where you can find everything you need about photography, filmmaking, inspiration, productivity, marketing. I took classes there about filmmaking, productivity, a lot about productivity. I think I watched them all. And now I'm taking a new one about color grading for video editing because I always want to improve my videos. I love making them, and more my travel photography vlogs. There is one from last week that you must watch because I'm very proud of that one. So it goes without saying that in Skillshare, you can improve your creative skills by a lot or just feel inspired by other creatives. And today, Skillshare is offering to the first 500 people that click the link below a full month free trial, which means that you can take all the classes you want during that month totally for free. So go check it out later because it's going to help you a lot with your creativity. The next thing I want you to do is to limit yourself on purpose. You have no idea in London how limited I was. I was shooting from a very tiny and crappy studio in Kentish Town next to Camden Town. So I was very limited with the space, and then in terms of lighting, many years ago, we didn't have third-party brands that were cheap. Now we have so many affordable brands out there, but when I started, the cheapest flash or continuous light, it was maybe like £700, so I couldn't afford it. So when I managed to afford one, finally, I was always in the corner crying like, I cannot achieve this because other photographers have like 4 lights and a field light and an RGB light and this other light. I was complaining all the time because obviously I didn't know everything you can achieve with one light. So after shooting and shooting and shooting and having to be creative to offer my clients different moods in lighting, I had to experiment with just one. And slowly, I realized how much you can achieve with one light. And now I use one light. I have more, and of course, sometimes I use more than one, but most of the times I use one, and I love it. It's a very minimal setup, and you can achieve a lot. And of course, you have plenty of videos on my channel about how to get creative with just one light. I'm gonna link one of them here for you to check out later. And another thing I want you to do, and this is a very uncommon tip, most likely, I hope so, is to re-edit old photos. I tell you all the time how important it is to learn editing. And many of you refuse to learn, or not refuse, I understand it's very hard, but you don't want to practice editing because it's very scary and overwhelming. I've been there for many years, okay? So I totally get you. Well, what you can do is re-edit photos, old photos that you had before, and improve them. Improve that editing. See again what you did there. Probably it's oversaturated or maybe too sharp, because this is another beginner mistake. I don't know. Just re-edit your photos and practice editing. It doesn't matter the software you use. For me, Lightroom is king. Another software I use all the time is Luminar Neo. Luminar Neo is the most affordable software out there because you buy it once and you own it, and it's very complete for beginners. I have many tutorials on my channel about Luminar Neo. You have a massive discount. This is not a sponsor, by the way. I've been sponsored many times, but this one is not. But you're gonna have a discount below. I'm gonna link it. But you can achieve a lot with a very cheap software. So you don't have an excuse to don't edit your photos professionally. And I have videos that are so easy to follow, like 10 minutes videos. So please watch them and improve your editing. And this is something you can do from home. So you don't have any excuse to be like, I don't have time to grab my camera, or maybe you finish work and you are so freaking tired. I've been there in London, trust me. I was working on my feet for 12 hours per day, and then you have to put on top of that the travel, because London distances are incredible. I was very tired to grab my camera and go out there shooting. And that's why I was shooting from my studio all the time. This is how I grew, and then I managed to stop with my full-time job and become a full-time freelance photographer. So this is something you can do as well. And if you want to learn even more, check out this video I'm going to put here about the 8 most common mistakes beginner makes and how to fix them. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet, because I share weekly videos. And like the video because it helps me a lot, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Big love from Bali.